I installed a lock on my fridge to stop my roommate from stress eating my food. So I live with this girl Diana, right? And she's got this thing where she eats literally everything in the fridge. Doesn't matter if it's hers or not. Every single time I'd go to grab something I bought, it's just gone. And she always has the same excuse. She's stressed. Finals are coming up, or work was crazy, or her mom called, or Mercury's in retrograde, whatever. She'd swear up and down she'd replace it, but that never happened. I started writing my name on stuff with a Sharpie. Didn't work. I tried buying the weirdest stuff I could find, like kimchi and sardines, thinking she wouldn't touch that. She ate those too. I was losing my mind, but I didn't want to start drama because we'd been living together for almost 2 years and the rent was cheap. Then one day I spent like 3 hours making this tiramisu. I'm not even a good cook, but I'd had the worst week at work. My boss yelled at me in front of everyone for something that wasn't even my fault, and I just needed something to look forward to. I watched 2 YouTube videos to get it right. I even went to 3 different stores to find the fancy ladyfinger cookies. I put it in the fridge before bed, already imagining how good it was gonna taste the next day after it set overnight. I woke up the next morning, went to the kitchen, and the container was sitting on the counter completely empty. Not even a spoonful left. Just an empty dish and a sticky note that said, "Sorry, bad day. I owe you." I stood there staring at that note for a solid minute. I wasn't even mad at first. I was just confused. Like, how do you eat an entire tiramisu that clearly has someone's name on it and think a sticky note makes it okay? I didn't say anything to her that day. I just went on Amazon and ordered a mini fridge with a lock on it. Spent like $200 I didn't really have, but I didn't care anymore. When it showed up 3 days later, I set it up in my room and moved all my food into it. Everything. My eggs, my yogurt, my leftovers, the fancy cheese I'd been saving, all of it went into my locked fridge. Diana noticed pretty much immediately. She came home from work that night and I heard her opening and closing the kitchen fridge like 5 times. Then she knocked on my door. "Hey, where'd all your stuff go?" "In my room," I said. "Why?" I just looked at her. "You ate my tiramisu." I said I was sorry I had a bad day and I wasn't thinking. "You've had a bad day for 6 months straight, apparently," I said. "I'm done with it." She got this look on her face like I just insulted her entire family. "Are you serious right now? You bought a whole fridge because of one dessert?" "It wasn't one dessert," I told her. "It's been literally everything I've bought since I moved in. You ate my leftover pizza, my deli meat, that pasta I made, my protein bars, my ice cream. I was going to replace all of that." "You never did though." She stood there for a second, then just said, "Wow, okay, this is really petty," and walked away. The next day she tried to get our other 2 roommates involved. We live with these guys Ben and Marcus, and they're pretty chill. She told them I was creating a hostile living environment by locking up my food. Ben just laughed and said, "Dude, I've been hiding my Oreos in my closet for months because of you." Marcus nodded and said, "Yeah, I stopped buying good snacks altogether. I just eat ramen now." That made her even more mad. She started doing this thing where she'd make these loud comments whenever I walked into the kitchen, like, "Oh, here comes the food hoarder," or "Must be nice to have trust issues over groceries." I ignored her for the most part, but it got annoying fast. One night I was cooking dinner in the kitchen and she walked in and said, "You know, normal roommates share food. That's what people do." I turned around and said, "Normal roommates also don't eat an entire homemade tiramisu without asking." She didn't have anything to say to that. A couple weeks later, I noticed she'd started buying way more groceries than usual. Like, the fridge was packed with her stuff. I figured she was finally taking responsibility and actually feeding herself. But then one night I came home and saw her sitting on the couch eating takeout. "What happened to all that food you bought?" I asked. She looked at me and said, "It went bad. I didn't feel like cooking. I just walked away. There was no point." The weird thing is, after about a month, things kind of went back to normal. She stopped making comments, I stopped feeling weird about the fridge in my room, and we just existed in the apartment without talking much.